Action.
Hi all, I'm Tony from Ride Out Project DIY and this behind is Marley Moose. We're doing this video today just to let you know a bit about how we found and how we bought the house that we've got out in Figueres dos Vinhos. The last videos that we put up on YouTube is the last of all our summer videos from when we were there in the 6 weeks holidays. And you would probably agree that they're not the greatest. It was all a bit of a rush job when we went out there. We managed to buy the house in such a short space of time. By the time we bought the GoPro and things, we didn't quite know what we was buying, did we? We didn't have none of this technical stuff behind us. We didn't know what we was doing, so we kind of just bought what we thought that we might have needed just to get us started and just to get a few of the videos rolling. But yeah, as you can see from the videos, they weren't the greatest, but we've done the best with what we could. We realised that we needed the microphones. We thought that that might have been good enough for what we had. And all our videos now that will be going up will have the microphones. But we went out in October and we bought the microphones ready. If you can see, we've got them on now. And then we were just about to leave, made sure that we had all our GoPro equipment all ready and sorted in the case.
More batteries.
Yeah, bought more batteries. And then the microphones needed adapters, which we did not even know. And with GoPro, everything takes 5 days to be delivered. So by the time we'd ordered them, they just wasn't back in time for us to come out in October half term for our new videos. So that kind of was a massive
Downer,
wasn't there? We was gutted over that because we thought, yeah, everything's just going to look a little bit more better now, sound a bit more professional, didn't it? And then they just never come back in time, so we do apologise again. But as of now, Paul's going back out at Christmas with his friend Martin, his best buddy, who's happened to be a bricklayer and a builder, so great combination there. So he's off out day after Boxing Day with Paul.
Yeah, Martin was also out with us in October, half term.
He was. Martin and his wife Sally came out with us in October. I don't know if you actually know this, but we can only come out to Portugal now every half term. Back here in the UK, me and Paul, we have a small minibus taxi company business, and we're contracted to our local council for school runs. So basically we're kind of got the same holidays as teachers in schools. So we come out for the week in half terms, and then we've got 2 weeks of Easter and Christmas. The weeks then of Whitsun, October half term and February half term. And then we do get to have the best one, the 6 weeks we get to come out in summer, which is what we've done this year. We made sure that we could complete on the house.
On the day we arrived,
on the day we arrived, literally we arrived 12 o'clock the night before and we was going to sign for the house the following day, which gave us the full 6 weeks then to work and do the stuff that we needed to do indoors and things.
Getting it ready for you.
Getting it ready for my parents. My parents, my mum and my stepfather was coming out with us and they were staying for a while. So we wanted to get out and try and get a bedroom ready for them to stay in. So that's why maybe things might have seemed a bit rushed, but we wanted to get so much done in the first 6 weeks.
Well, it wouldn't seem to be rushed, it was rushed.
Yeah,
He was just flat out trying to record.
But yeah, we knew that we can't come back out till October half term, which we have just done, and those videos are ready to be uploaded now. And then Paul will be coming out at Christmas, the day after Boxing Day, so I won't be coming out on this one. But that is the job that Paul's hoping to get a shower installed, isn't you?
Yeah, that's very important now. Shower got to be installed because the camper van is coming back. Yes. Our camper van is still out there from the summer, and legally you can only keep a vehicle there for 6 months if you're not a resident or without transferring it over to Portuguese plates.
Yeah, so that's due to come back from the 25th of January, but obviously due to us only being able to come out in half terms. Paul's travelling out, they're flying out in the 27th of December, him and Martin, flying to Porto, and then yeah, they're going to be having a ferry back then from to New Haven, and
Yeah, same route again.
same route as what we have been doing when we come out, and yeah, again jumping on that ferry and bringing the camper home. So
Yeah, that's my plan.
That's all that's sorted.
So let's tell them about how we bought the house, I think, and how we found it.
We've been looking for a few years. Fell in love with the Algarve. Paul couldn't get me to Portugal 10 years ago. Never really fancied it. Just thought there was other better places in the world, blah blah blah.
You was worried about the kids.
And yeah,
And Maddie McCann.
I know it sounds stupid now, but yeah, when the kids were little, I didn't really want a holiday there, which yeah, it is ridiculous. But yeah, we had young kids, and also we travelled America a lot, didn't we? So we done a lot out there. So that was our main port. We always took the kids to America. But yeah, then the kids grew up, didn't want to go to America no more, and then it was time for us to start looking, and then Paul had booked a surprise holiday for me to the Algarve, which I absolutely fell in love with. Went up to the Montjuic Mountains and things, and it was just beautiful. And
that's what made us start looking at central Portugal then, didn't we? Because the Montjuic was so nice.
Then that it was always going to be Portugal that we wanted to buy a place.
And the people are so nice as well, aren't they?
The Montjuic, that's where we fell in love with.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we all know, the prices down the Algarve are a lot more expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, couldn't afford that.
No. What are you doing? What do you want? Stay there. So we'd settled on central Portugal. Never been there, but Paul is one hell of a risk taker, isn't you?
Yeah.
He'll kind of do something and then worry about it later if it doesn't work out.
Married you, didn't I?
Oh, you cheeky girl. But yeah, so it was always going to be central. We started looking on the internet, and at the time, never really discovered YouTube, had we? Or realised how vast the stuff was on YouTube that we could look. We were just online looking at...
yeah, tell them all the places which we found online, which was good for finding properties and things.
Like pure Portugal at first, and Place in the Sun we kind of looked on, didn't we?
Yeah, they've got a website just for houses. It's not just a TV programme that they've got.
Where you can go on there and look what they have for sale. So it was kind of only just them kind of things that we were looking at first, and then...
Realista,
Realista was another one, yeah.
Name them all. What is it?
So what was it? Pure Portugal, Realista, Place in the Sun, and Remax.
Yeah, that's about the best ones we found.
They were the ones that we was just looking on.
Good sites, easy to navigate around.
Yeah.
So then guys, here we are on the very first website I think I found when I started looking for ruins and things like that, and this came up, and it's Pure Portugal. So type that on in, there it is up the top, .co.uk. Basically, so you're on your, do your research on what area you want to go to. Top right hand side, just see there's a map of Portugal. Click on it, there's your provinces. We are actually around about by you, right on the border of this province and that one. I'm not even going to start to try to pronounce them. I can do that one, Castelo Branco. Lira, is that? I'm not sure. So let's just have a little look somewhere around where I am. So you click on that, and there we go. So we're on this page, and you've got your filters across the top. There's your property types, building plot, commercial, farm over 5 hectares. Go straight to a ruin if you want a small holding. It's up to you. I basically look at all properties because I'm open to anything. Location types. Do you want to be in the coast, edge of a village, mountain, riverside, rural? Just knock it on in there. Just do what you want. Districts, leave that because that's the map basically we just went on. So I always found the map much easier because I don't know the districts. Then price ranges. If you know your price range, all ranges was under, let's go under 100,000. In fact, no, let's go under 50,000 because it is so cheap. You press go. What's it going to come up with? There we go. We're starting at €2,000. Obviously, this will be land. If you are looking for an house, you don't want to, you know, with a quicker search, go to all property types and type in what are we looking for? A small holding maybe. Let's press go on that. Here we are. Again, with a small holding, you might not find a house on it which you can build or renovate. Let's have a little look what we find in here. I think all these cheap things like this, €9,500, etc. You are just buying land. You're not going to get a house on it, and it will be probably a rustic land. I did learn the difference between rustic and urban land. Urban land you can build on. Rustic land you can't without planning permission. And what you will find out there is quite a lot of places which a couple of acres of land with a ruin on it or an old barn. Because it's rustic land, you won't be able to live in that building unless it was built before 1951. If it is, you can live in it, but you can't change the exterior at all. So if we was to look at this one here, let's click on this. It's been reduced 2.3 thousand meters, so I think that's about an acre. So we've got a ruin there, and this is what we have found. The estate agents doesn't really tell you the year is built or something. They will tell you that you can live in everything, but apparently you cannot. There's some pictures of it. So if you wanted to live in ours, it's awful small. You could probably rebuild it, but you can't put any windows in it if it was pre-1951. But again, research, look at it. Does it actually give it in the information? No, I can't see anything on there. So let's go back. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look for a ruin. Let's just see if they do, ruin renovation. So if that's a category, that should be all stuff which you are legally allowed to build and renovate. Starting at 5,000, you might still see things which are cheap. Straight away, just looking here, rustic property in ruins. Straight away, that's telling me that you cannot live in it unless that's 1951, because it's saying rustic property. If you could definitely live in it, it would say urban property. So that's things you've got to look out for. A little house, you should think that should be fine because it's a house, but really do look into things. We got another one here, a 2-story rustic house to renovate. Alarm bells would ring with me that now straight away. It says a rustic house, so you think, oh yeah, this is a house, so I can live in it, but it's saying rustic, and that's the key word. 2-story rustic house to renovate, living room, blah blah blah. Not much information, so straight away if I was interested in that, I'd be contacting them and saying, is this livable, is it urban, or year was it built? So find out and look at things like that, so it is misleading. What else have we got? A village house, you're going to be fine with that, I would have thought. House in need of restoration. Let's just click on that, just give some sort of guideline. Oh, it's an house. It's got a door. Where's the windows? You know, that's telling me it's just some land with a little barn on it. So again, you need to find out if it's pre-1951, because everybody don't know what they're looking for. It says a house in need of restoration. You think it's an house, you think you can live in it. Don't be fooled by them. So keep on looking. So there we go. I've just typed Remax in Portugal. Click on the link. You have got translator bar up there. Click always translate if you've got that. Translate it in. Again, it's asking you where to. I'm not the best with all the counties, but if you know roughly where you want to be, type it in. Let's just try that. Lira. Lira district, Lira county, parish. I'm not sure, what they call things. Lira zone. I would have thought county. it's the old county. Let's just hit on that. So there you are, there's loads of stuff there, lots of pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you've got filters, type, you know, a studio, a building, must be ground floor flat or something, that means duplex. Price, so you can go up to a maximum, you can type in there, bedrooms, what's in filters, you know, if you want a yard close to the beach, state on the market, what's that, good state, like new, young, for works, reasonable, let's just type with reasonable and let's see what comes up. There's only one house in reasonable condition. 92,000, 101,000. Click on them, have a look. There's not much more really I can say. It's not as good as the other sites looking for ruins, but you know, they do show a map, which is good. Click on the map, because what you could do if you don't even know what district you want to be in, what county, I suppose you could type in all. It's going to show all of it in Portugal. Then you could put your money in. If you're up to 30,000, 40,000, wherever you want, it's going to show you all the ruins or all the do-uppers then in Portugal. And for that money, they might mainly be sent to Portugal. I doubt it very much if you find close to the beach and stuff. But you could just click on any of them. You're not sure where it is, because this is what I done, because I didn't know the districts and things. Come into it, click on it, come to your maps, hit the map, and hopefully it should come up. Let's have a look. Yes, right, and then you can zoom in and out, and you'll see what part of Portugal that's in, how close it is to the coast and things like that. That one is quite close. Like we're up around by here, we are. Figura Subinos, just by this big dam in by here. Barajas, there we are. So yeah, if you're not sure, click on the maps and then zoom out. Sometimes these maps are not accurate, mind where they say they are. We did find out quite a lot of sites. So yeah, that's Remax. Is there anything else I could show you? Doesn't want to go back. There we are. There we go. A place in the sun. You know, it actually says Portugal. You have properties for sale. I think that's what we used to go on. Place in the sun. Okay. And region, city or town. I think this is quite a good one, and you can actually put central Portugal in, I think. There we go. So we're on here. What we got? Popular locations. Here we are. So like Bolivia. More filters at the top. Here we go. So you can put wherever you want in the top. Minimum price, maximum price. There we go. Let's go 70,000. It's sometimes good to put beds in. Let's put a minimum of 1 bed, and I might just get rid of the land which is for sale if there's land for sale. More filters. House, apartment, townhouse, other property. No, I would just let that run now. Here we go. We're on recently added. If you want to, let's go low to high. That's a featured property, so it's 56. Straight below, 11,000. Property with a house and ruin. Now let's just have a look if this is actually rustic or ruin. That is what you've got to look for. With a house and a ruin, which actual area of establishments 8 square meters. Stone walls has the potential to create more accommodation. The access doesn't really tell you much, but obviously there's your photos. Looks just like a farming hut. So I would be very dubious with it. There's your ruin. Well, the ruin actually looks obviously pre-1951. Lovely kitchen. Sigma 3, is it? You know, but you've got some amenities there, haven't you? You've got a bed. Someone's living there. But just be careful with things like that. Let's go back. Figueros Divinos. That's where we are. Let's have a look at that. I would say that's definitely a house. Seems to be in a village, so you ain't gonna have much problem with that, but except double check with everything. 2 bedrooms, you should be fine. Let's go back again. See if we can find here we go, let's have a look at this. More details. See, there's a bit of land and it's got a ruin on it. Let's see if it actually tells if it's pre-1951. Full description. Included planning permission, included pro project. So that's good news. Without project, less 2,500. Don't quite understand that. Yeah, it doesn't really say on there if it's pre-1951, but it's saying something about planning permission. Do we have anything else? Country house. Something nice property. By the side of a river by the looks. Don't think you're getting all that, mind, for that money. You never know. Ah, it is just that. You get it. But yeah, nice. And so this is a really good site to go on. Easy to navigate. One of the better ones. So have a good look at that one. Let's come out of that. Right. Okay, so we're on Idealist. Search property. Search in Portugal. Draw your own area. Now this is what we found was quite good. So let's zoom in a little bit. We knew we wanted to be in between Coimbra and Tomar and close to the coast or wherever we could afford, really. So I think, let's have a look at this. No. Move the map, find your area. Ah, draw your area. There we go. So let's go. Oh, way in this work. There we are. Click again. Click again. Okay, done. There we go. Search 8,000 homes. Click on search. Let's go for the lowest price. There we go. Start to 3.7. Start looking. Obviously, you don't know where they are, but it is in there. So have a look at what you fancy, what you're looking for. You know, our village house. Let's have a look at that one. 14,000. We obviously know within a village. Now we should be able to map this. Where is map on that? That's very nice map. Aha, there's your map. Keep on scrolling down. Enlarge map. You should be able to go out. Use control plus. Oh, here we are. Let's come out. 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 So you were in there. Let's go back in a second. Can't recognize anywhere in that area. Strange way Tomar and Coimbra's not come up. Oh, there's Coimbra, there's Tomar. So it's not too far from Tomar. You're not too far from the coast. So you know, this is something that, like, I would be interested in. Let's go back. Let's just have a look at something else here. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if it's easy to tell if it's pre-1951 or if it's urban or rustic, because that is what are you going to look for. House in ruins between tomorrow. The ruins of a stone house to restore. Well, it's telling you can, but take it all with a pinch of salt. You have got to look for urban or rustic. Find out what it is. Needs renovation. See, the information's not there. But that's what you've got to do, is email them and ask. It looks old enough. The stone. Going down. No map on this one. Yes, there is. Large map. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. And you get bearings of where it is. So it's around by here, which is just below here. There's your district lines. Tomorrow is below. Yeah, I'm not sure if I drove through that place on the way down to Tamar when I was out there last. Very nice area. So that's how we was looking, and that's a good site to go on, but I would draw where you want to go. I'll just go back out again. Let's just see if I can show you that again. So go to start drawing your search. Click on that. I'm just zooming in. Let's see if you wanted just to place in tomorrow. Click, click. If I click to start, I'll just do that again. One click. No, sorry. Draw your area. One click. Move it across. One click. Move down. One click. Move across. One click. Move up. Done. Search 375 homes all around Tamar. Lowest price. There we go. Simple, very good. So have a look at that one. 10-4 over and out.
Get around.
Yeah, and being new to it all as well. So we'd just got on the one day, and then obviously that link leads on to another link, and it took us to YouTube, didn't it? And then this is when we discovered a whole new world of all the other people that is doing what we're doing. And then,
living off grid, wanting to live off grid.
And buying ruins,
homesteads
and farming and things like this. And it's all what we want to do, so we just got massively engrossed in that, didn't we? Started following all them and
then you'll have little links then which we was finding estate agents out there having their own YouTube channels and showing houses. And what were their names, Dawn?
So we went through, so what we was looking at first, we was going through was like OK Portugal, and then it was Louis Babista, we was looking, following him, and then it was Katrina Camargo, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, Melanie at Home Key, and then there's a João Dias or João or something like that.
Yeah, we're going to put some links on for them.
Some links on of these that we went through, and then we stumbled across Destino Portugal, which was Nick and Sarah, and we started following them, didn't we, for a while?
Yeah.
Subscribed and watching them, following them, and then Nick started showing properties with Paolo at Casa Rural. And on the others, we had actually put an offer in, didn't we?
Who was that with? What was his name? Because he never got back, did he? He never got back to us.
We finally emailed, and then literally, it was like 3 weeks had gone by and we actually had a response, and then when we said we wanted to put an offer in, it'd gone. So the response there wasn't quite quick enough. But fair play, we started following the properties that Nick and Paolo was putting up, and the central Portugal there, the Figueiras dos Vinhos area, wouldn't it? And it was like, wow, yeah, this is where we want to be.
They do say that, mind, about the Portuguese, everything is like tomorrow. or tomorrow, so they're very laid back.
Yeah, so we kind of thought maybe that was just a thing.
Yeah,
that they
but
wasn't getting back to
that
us.
wasn't the case with
No,
Paolo, was it?
no.
They've been brilliant.
Nick had put this house up for his video up showing this house, him and Sarah did, and Paul was like, this is it. I know there's going to be a lot of work done, but we like this. I like this house. And he was like, right, okay.
And it had a new roof.
And it had a brand new roof, yeah, it had. Which was always a big bonus, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I don't like heights.
No. So we messaged Casa Rural, and literally the day after I had a response on Christiana, didn't I? And from that day, everything just went sailing, didn't it?
Yeah, brilliant.
They were just so quick in responding to all our emails, the concerns that we had. Do you want to jump down, Mark? The concerns that we had, all the questions that we had, everything was just done so quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend what we done mine to anybody, because basically we bought it blind just from a video. Don't get me wrong, I'm a risk taker, plus I can basically build anything or fix anything, so I don't care. If it needs doing, I'll just fix it. I was just glad it had a new roof, because you won't catch me up on a roof. But anything else, I thought it's great. It's a pub. There's a pub 30 yards away. It's great. We would have liked something with a bit more land, because obviously our goal is to live off of the land. But I think opportunities will come in these villages to buy more land, which we've been told by lots of people. You'd be surprised, people will be knocking on your door. Do you want to buy this bit of land? And do you want to buy this ruin down the road and things like that? Because we got lots of friends who now want to do what we are doing. So we're on the lookout for other properties for them. So yeah, but don't go and do what we done and just buy blind unless you were willing or you were able to do all the work yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah, we're lucky there, and we were
said when we did get there, it was exactly what we expected. I can't say it was any better or any worse. It was so the video in which Nick done was good.
But also Christiana went back, didn't she? And we had a couple of concerns
with
the
septic tank, wasn't it?
Septic tank and the toilet outside.
And the one cellar which wasn't.
Cellar, we weren't quite sure of the roof, if it was block and beam.
The floor,
and
you
stuff
mean?
like that, and the floorings. And fair play, she went back, didn't she? And she done more.
Yeah, they couldn't get
into the third cellar.
They couldn't get into the third
cellar
cellar
either. They couldn't get into there.
So they eventually got in there and filmed the underneath, so I could see if the beams were rotten or not. And that was my concern before we said, yeah, that's it, we're having it.
That's it.
And yeah, they done that pretty quickly. Even must have, I don't know if they done it themselves. I've got a chap to go with them. They obviously took the soil pipe off the toilet, the outside toilet, and then must have had, I don't know, a GoPro or a phone, or they just put their hand down in the septic tank and turned it and filmed the inside for me, which was fantastic. So
that bro mind to ease under.
Yeah, as soon as we seen all that, that was the only question. Saved us from going out there, and we bought cheaply. I've watched other videos on YouTube about Portugal. Everything seems to be overpriced. They are there for the haggle. And if you're a cash buyer, they are saying you can get up to a third off. And we basically did. It was up for 50 and we had it for 35. Yeah, we went in at 30. They
counter-offered us then.
Counter-offered us, yeah. They declined the 30 and then basically back and forth. We had 35, didn't we? Yeah.
So it was up for 49,500.
Something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we had it for 35. So.
And that's 2 houses with a brand new roof, and roofs out there at the moment, what I can see of it, you can't get builders. They're very hard to come by, but the average price of a roof is 30 to 40,000 euros to be put on. So we've had a bargain.
Yeah,
I think. So.
And now we're trying to make it into a home.
Yeah, eventually, maybe B&B. We definitely want to be off grid.
Yeah.
We have got a borehole, so our water is sorted, but we have got mains water as well. But the borehole seemed to run out in the summer, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or the electrics aren't very good at all anyhow, so.
Yeah, the pump maybe needed lowering, we weren't quite sure, but that kind of happened at the last few days.
Yeah, the last couple of days, wasn't they? Yeah.
We was there.
But we had mains anyway.
Concerned.
So that's all good.
Yeah.
It is mains electric, but we are having plans. We want a big solar system and batteries. The third cellar actually is the smallest cellar, which we'll have to do a video on all the cellars just to show them as well, won't we? that's going to be a bit of a workshop for me, I think, and housing all the batteries to be off-grid. The other cellars are all big enough to have accommodations, and then perhaps we're going to go down the lines of Airbnb for cyclists and things, as is a good area for cycling.
The roads are brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that. So when we found the house, like I said, Christiana was brilliant. Came back with everything, and even since we've completed on it,
They're still helping us,
yeah, she's still been amazing. Anything
electric
like
and things like that, like
do you know what I mean? Like the electricity company, I've only got a messenger. The water company, I had 2 bills, and I sent her the bills, and she was like, "Oh right, okay," and she let me know about them.
But we're going to do another video on that, though, about NIF numbers, the electric, the water, how to get all that done.
We'll be doing another couple of videos after this one. One on the buy-in of the house, so where we contacted the solicitor, our NIF numbers, and the documents that we needed with her. And then we'll do another video then on the bank account, why we chose the bank we went with, the process there, the electricity and the water company, and what we had to do there. So they will be coming up shortly. See you soon. Bye.